Welcome back. We're starting something new, and in case you haven't looked at the title, or if you're asleep and it's just playing in the background, welcome anyway, because it's a show that has been, well, the name has been bounced around for a while, and yet I've never really picked it up. So, I wanted something a little special, in every form of the word, and what better way to follow some dumb comedy that was Konosuba with Non Biyori. There's only one thing that I think I know about this show, and it is just a meme. A singular either image or GIF, I can't really remember. But still, there's probably a few people out there who might be interested in watching all of this. And so, if you are new here, have a look down in the description where you will find the full picture-in-picture version, unlike YouTube's Gaussian blurred version. But keep in mind, if you have the YouTube one just muted playing in the background, it really helps out me and my channel and makes me bring even more to you. So if you want to keep it going, extend that little bit of kindness. And also let me know in the comments if you actually do it regularly. But for now, strap in, get a drink, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more kind of daily adventure lives. And for that, I'm more than ready. So let's begin. Well, starting off nice and peacefully, the great blue sky, some calming bird sounds. How abruptly is that all going to come crashing down, though? It really does seem quite nice, any kind of rural scene. Also, that singular bridge with no railing or anything reminds me of one that used to be kind of near where I used to live long ago. Not quite the same, because there was some sort of hand-holding bit, but still. We are actually just being shown around this little village. The recorder is a little standoffish, though. Could have gone with some, I don't know, flute or something. I had some idea of what flower that was, but I've forgotten what it's called. Yeah, babbling brook, a little stream, some... Is this trying to get you calm and cozy? Is that its main goal? And considering I have now moved away from a larger city to something a little more... well, a smaller little town. Not quite like this, but still. Ah, that would be the recorder, right? Sheep. The questionable... Cow. Ignore the one running towards you. Cow. Yes. Not always a bad thing, but when there is when you're away from the rush of the city, having that open moment, it's a face. I just noticed the logo is a face. I see. We also got a introduction to all of the characters, even if they're only minute, while looking over the little village thing. Are they the only ones in the class? You might be living in the sticks if there's only 4 in your school. But definitely, congratulations. Definitely kind of nearby, and especially when I was growing up, there was the open areas and everything seemed a little calm. You didn't really have to worry about much. I wonder if all those places I used to walk when I was like 5 are still how I remember them. Transfer student. Huh? What exactly is Nyanpasu? Thanks. Fully explained. A good Nyanpasu to all of you as well. It doesn't last forever. Sooner or later, the exhaustion catches up to you, and you'll never not be tired. So, are we getting to school anytime soon? Just going to be sat watching the bus go by, but also seeing all the farm work, etc. Good thing there was already someone stood waiting to. They didn't have to run after it. She has an interesting take on what's exciting or fun. Just things in the background, much like when she had a friend run towards her. Let's not pay attention to that. Cow. Is there a need for all the buckets? Is this place a little leaky? Someone strange. Is the something off being there's an extra desk? You should have talked about that before just letting us stand in front of the class like that. Okay. Coming from the big city, Tokyo. Why have you moved out here? The interrogations started already. Also, the other one in the class is just ignored completely. Nyanpasu. Just ignore her. Sit down. Immediately given a nickname kind of thing. And yet, it's all in the same class. I did begin to wonder, would it be more difficult to have like when we were watching Higurashi, a classroom full of people with different ages and different learning sets? Or when you only have to focus on those students, it would be easier. You don't have hundreds. It must be easy being a teacher there. Just let them do it. Would not work over here. No one would study to our own degree. Okay, cool. I'm going to sit back and sleep. That's what it would mostly be like over here. Yeah, the building needs a little maintenance. Don't step in the buckets. Yeah. Rather than... So the buckets aren't used mainly to collect the water. It's just... Moving on. Is he completely invisible in this world? Good throw. Out. But I do like the kind of a cappella-ish bit of music for that. Huh. A key? What do you need a key for? Yeah, my dad was talking to me about this the other day. That they never lock their doors because it's a nice area and a nice town that they live in. Now that I've moved, so... Why is your door locked again? The hell are you on about? Because otherwise you'd come in. That's why I lock it. Horns. Interesting. Not sure you need a key for it. But if you've got rotten floorboards, leaky roofs, how long is this school going to hold? Not a bad first day. She made some friends, got a nickname. I mean, first day already being invited around? How far out, how many bus journeys is it going to take to get there? Just hedgerows, fields. Must be nice with so much greenery. All you need, a general store and a candy shop. That's it. It's... So, to answer the earlier question, they might be out in the sticks. A cow crossing, we've seen that. That is definitely one thing I've noticed, moving to a smaller place. there's really not any way to get food delivered. Not to the same degree, at least. Actually having to go out? Ugh. Amazing. She's a natural at this. It worked. Maybe we're just coming out to make us stop. Good. Yeah, now you could whistle. They're two different calling methods. So who's getting attacked? I like the interactive title card. So you've got Tanuki. No convenience stores at all. Hmm. I mean, everyone in the same class and everything. I didn't think of that. You actually travel the distance that you should be going the speed. There's no stop starts, no traffic lights in the light. You didn't get that by what was stated? Yeah, perfect. There's, one or two things which discredits every issue you have. Can't be in the sticks. You're not sitting? I mean, it's going to be on her mind for a while now. Can she declare that they aren't? Considering how different it is from Tokyo. Hmm. Huh? Oh, so it must have travelled from far and wide to get here. Of course, just keep changing definitions and whatnot. Don't have to admit it then. Sometimes it's best just to keep quiet and out of the conversation. Lunch? Sorted. Almost having trouble with the milk. She hasn't had such rustic cooking before. Well, take any advice you can get. That's a nice scene. So have lunch in the classroom, dessert out in the great outdoors. There are a few forests and whatnot that I've walked through. Some of them are alright, some of them have been spoiled as of late. But you do have to watch out for holes, animal dens, and the like. Just if she had lost her dessert then. It seems a little far to go just to have a snack, but it does depend on the site at the end of it. The one cherry tree and blossom, top of a hill. I can kind of understand why they would say to save the dessert for this moment, but can they really not say they don't live in the sticks if this is the view they have for a school lunch? It is almost breathtaking. And apart from the pink leaves and whatnot, it does look somewhat similar to a view I can get from what was that? A stretch? A deep breath? A view I can get from one of the overpasses and whatnot that kind of overlooks a bunch of farms in the area. But we don't really have hills here in England. How are you going to bring the raccoon dog? Ah, Newton's Cradle. Nice. So the public transport runs on time. There's no stopping, even for people running after them. I almost imagined she was going to start with the funeral march. Excuse me. In the sticks. And it all finally clicks. Buddy. They do live out here. Huh. It's getting dark. The sun is low in the sky. But it does feel like a nice show that I can just relax to with the odd questionable comment and phrase. Is it normal to see a civet? But how much are they going? How much time are they going to spend together? Considering the school, well, their classes always together. There's not really too many others that are their sort of age that they can spend time with and talk to. But how many things can How many things are there in total, in general, in this little town? I like the subtitles on the TV. Is this the preview? Is that how it does previews? That's interesting. I'll give you that one. But with the countryside, the sticks, showing us exactly what there is. A townsfolk who are mostly pleasant. We've only seen a couple of the school kids so far and the teacher, but still out to help anyone in distress, apart from those that have fallen through floorboards. He does seem rather separated away from the rest of his classmates. Not really part of the friend group. Over a wide array and a selection of things that they can do. They can go to the local co-op store or the candy store nearby, or hang around a police box. I'm sure they'll have plenty of adventures. This was fun. Didn't know why I needed to sing. But having the entire episode being, well, almost the entire episode being that calm, setting the scene for this place. You've got no wider worries, just, is your bus going to be there? People and everything take their time, do what they want. Cows on the road. I much would rather this kind of atmosphere than the crowds and thousands of people at any 1 square meter, like we'd see in the busy parts of Tokyo. I can feel that this is reminiscent of a few other shows that I've watched, mainly because the slow kind of slice of life, little talky comedy comes from the characters and their interactions. But with the one that makes the most sense, I guess, the wondering about the life, is this down the sticks or not? And for that question to come full cycle and be answered at the end. Nice little touch. Everything seems a bit connected. And I do love the effort and attention that went into the transition screens of the title cards. Small touches that really give it something special. But how often is she going to be carrying the recorder? Is she going to be playing the background music for most of the scenes for us again? Well, whatever really happens, as long as we get more establishing shots with the scenery and wider town just looking peaceful, I'm not going to complain. I quite liked this episode, and hopefully you did as well, as our first foray into the great wild, the yonder beyond the rural sticks. This was interesting. I didn't really know anything about what the setting would be before I got into the show, so having it as not just there's a small town outside of any major city. No, this is really rural. Farmlands and farmsteads for miles, kilometres if you're of that persuasion. And as was kind of briefly touched upon, the families growing their own stuff, rice and vegetables. That's some nice little world building there. I wonder what it's going to be like for the second one. It put in a lot of effort to establish quite a lot early on with the overhead shots of the town and its people as they're going about their mornings. And it was humorous. Well, parts of it. Still confused. Well, anyway. Until next time, remember to look where you're going, because there may be a cow in the road. See you in the next one. Although, I do actually have to worry about deers when I'm driving, so maybe it's not too much different. My patrons really do help me get through my day-to-day life, considering there's so little that I can actually do around here. Well, apart from watching anime, so if you want to sit down and help the channel grow even more, consider joining onto my Patreon, then we can always have something fun to watch. But for now, I do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Ruben Felamawa, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because if you want the slow life where not much actually happens, you're in the right place with this channel.